Okay, guys, exercise 12 from the D-test, chapter 4. 12a, we're going to do A first. 5a minus 8, for a is negative 4. Calculate. Now, we know that a is negative 4, and we know that 5a means 5 times a. So, where you see a, we're going to substituer, the negative 4. So we get 5 times negative 4 minus 8. Now, when you fill it in like this, you already get 1 point because you did it well. But now you have to think about the order of operations. In the previous videos of the D-test, I've shown what you got to do first. And in this case, we don't see any brackets. So we're going to multiply or divide from left to right. Whatever you see first. In this case, multiplication is the only one. So we're going to multiply 5 times negative 4. Negative 20 minus 8, we just bring it down. It becomes more negative. You get negative 28. So let's go to 12b. We have 3 minus 5b, and b is now 6. So we get 3 minus 5 times b is now 6. No brackets, multiplying and dividing from left to right. Hey, let's look here. 5 times 6, 30. 3 minus 30, just bring it down. What you don't do is saying, hey, it's 30. Oh yeah, minus 3. Don't do that. You create a whole new exercise. We don't want that. So over here, you get negative 27. Finished. Let's go to 12c. 2 minus 8 multiplied by 5 minus c. And we know c is 7 now. Let's see. Haha, pun not intended. So we get 2 minus 8, opening bracket, 5 minus c is now 7. Closing bracket. All right, we got the brackets now. Let's just focus on that. So we get 2 minus 8 and then 5 minus 7, which will become negative 2. Now, we solved everything within the brackets, so we don't need to write the brackets. But remember, in front of the bracket and the 8, there is a multiplication sign in there that we don't write. So when you continue with this exercise, you get 2 minus 8 times minus 2. Now, there are 2 ways to look at this. In the previous video, you've seen the same. You can take the minus with you here, or just leave it and work with it later. In this exercise, I'm going to take it with me. So we get negative 8 times negative 2 becomes positive 16. Well, positive 16, if you bring the 2 down, there's nothing between the 2 and the 16. But you know positive 16 indicates plus 16. So now 2 plus 16 becomes 18. Yes, let's go on. Let's go to 12d. 18 divided by d. Oh, sorry. And you know that d equals negative 3. So you get 18 divided by negative 3. 18 divided by 3 is 6, but it's positive divided by negative. So you get negative. So negative 6. 12e minus 2. 3 minus e plus 8. E is now negative 5. Okay then. Minus 2, opening bracket. Listen carefully. 3 minus the e. Now we fill in e. E is negative 5, so you literally have to write negative 5. Closing bracket plus 8. All right. Between brackets first becomes plus. So we get negative 2. Hey, remember, multiplication sign is there. 3 plus 5, is 8. Brackets, you don't need to write them because you solved everything in between. Plus the 8 over here. This part will become negative 16 plus 8 it will stay negative. You get negative 8. So we're using order of operations. You have to insert it correctly. You use that minus minus becomes plus. And you use that between a number and the opening bracket, there is a multiplication sign that you don't write down, or they don't write down. You can do it if you want. The last one, 2f minus 2, opening bracket, 5 minus g. This is a g. Let me write it like this, closing bracket. F is minus 5 and the G is 10. Let's see. 2 times, because 2f means 2 times f, we get minus 5. Negative 2, opening bracket, 5 minus G. G is 10, we write 10 over here. Closing bracket. Let's calculate, guys. Within the bracket first, 5 minus 10, negative 5. Bring them 2 down, negative down, everything. We didn't do anything yet on this side. Remember, there's a multiplication sign in here. Please don't forget that, because then you have a totally different exercise, yeah? And then you calculate multiplying first, and here we see the multiplication sign too. Let's just go from left to right. 2 times negative 5, negative 10. And then immediately you can say, okay, I'm going to calculate 2 times negative 5 again over here, right? Then this part becomes also negative 10. But this minus you didn't use, you bring it down. So now you get minus minus becomes plus, and minus 10 plus 10 gives you 0. This is the end of the whole video.